Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Izzatul Sofia binti Harun. Now, I will proceed with the next subtopics of Technoethics. In these slides, I will continue two more subtopics of Technoethics, which is Technoethics issues, and the last one is importance of Technoethics. Now, let's start with the Technoethic issues. The first Technoethic issues is copyright infringement, which is the use or production of copyright-protected material without the permission of the copyright holder. This occurs when copyrighted material is reproduced, distributed, performed, publicly displayed, or made into a derivative work without the permission of the copyright owner. So this is the examples of copyright infringement. As you can see, the first one is downloading and sharing MP3 files of music, videos and games without permission of the copyright owner. And the second one is downloading licensed software from non-authorized sites without the permission of the copyright or license holder. And the last one is making a movie file or a large segment of a movie available on a website without permission of the copyright owner.
Today, it's easier than ever to explore media. Movies, songs, books, games, and pictures are available at a click. Sometimes we pay for them. Sometimes they're free. Sometimes there's a paid version and a free version. When we find media online for free, there are 3 reasons why that would happen. First, the artist chose to make it available for free. Sometimes when this happens, the artist is still getting paid through advertising that plays with their work. Or, artists might choose to share their work for free to build recognition for their name, or simply for the sake of sharing their work with others. That is every artist's choice. A second reason you might find media online for free is the work is in the public domain. This means the work is not subject to copyright protection. For example, maybe the work is so old that the copyright has expired. A final reason you might find media online for free is the work is being distributed illegally. What I mean is, someone has unlawfully posted the work without the creator or artist's permission. This is called copyright infringement.
But why should I care about copyright infringement?
Well, the purpose of copyright is to motivate artists and creators, including you and me, to devote time and resources to making new creative work. We care about protecting these rights because we want artists and creators to keep making new stuff. Plus, it's just fair. We don't want people taking our photos or videos without our permission and sharing them, so why would we do that to them? Part of being a responsible digital citizen is steering clear of copyright infringement. To do that, we need to understand what it is.
Show me what you mean.
Sure, I'll give you some examples. Passing around or sharing copyrighted media on peer-to-peer or torrent sites, especially sites that encourage uploading and downloading without permission, that's copyright infringement. Checking music CDs out from the library and copying them to your phone or MP3 player to add to your music library. That's copyright infringement. Same with watching or listening to the latest movies or songs, using sites that stream music and movies without the artist's permission. Sometimes it's tough to know if a site is legit or not. But if a movie just came out in the theaters and you find it streaming or for download for free, it's likely illegal and distributed without the creator's permission. And using file storage sites to allow your friends to download copies of your music library and movies is also a copyright infringement. File storage sites like Dropbox, Plex, or Google Drive are great for helping us keep track of all our important files. These might include our music and movies, but file storage sites should not be used as a means for sharing copyrighted creative work. These sites prohibit this kind of illegal sharing.
Hey, I think I know one. What about using a recording app to make copies of music from an online streaming service?
Right, that's infringement too. And guess what? There are benefits to avoiding infringement and searching out trustworthy sites instead. For starters, you know that you're getting your creative content legally from businesses that deal fairly with the artist or creators. It's the right thing to do. You also don't have to worry about getting caught and possible penalties you might have to pay for breaking the law. On top of that, illegal file sharing programs and sites often have malware and other bad stuff you don't want. When you use trusted sites, you don't have to worry about malware that could corrupt devices or dig for your personal information.
Okay, I get there are benefits to being a good online citizen, but sometimes it's hard to know where to go to get media legally. How can I find sites that respect artists' rights?
Click through to the next video to find out.
And the second one is robotics and autonomous system. Robotics and autonomous system is a multidisciplinary scientific and technological domain for implementing complex systems with cognitive capabilities. The examples of RAS include mechatronics devices, power system and drives, sensors, data communication systems, computer software, and artificial intelligence. The ethical issues in this technology includes RAS might have bias in their decision making. The second one is employment, which is RAS might displace certain classes of workers. And the last one is opacity, which is decisions are not transparent and there is possibility that RAS are both unfair and not open to correction. The third technoethics issues is behavioral biometrics, which is the field of study related to measure of uniquely identifying and measurable patterns in human activities. For example, retinal or iris scanning, fingerprints, face recognition, and the last one is DNA. The first ethical issues in this technology is autonomy, which is the state or condition of self-governance or leading one's life according to reasons, values, or desires that are authentically one's own. According to Anton Alterman, biometrics should have informed consent in the application, and individuals who voluntarily submit biometrics information should be fully informed of potential risk, be able to understand the possible effects of their actions, and do the biometric without any threats. And the second one is social exclusion. Behavioral biometrics considered as non-inclusive because they are not capable of handling individuals other than normal values, which leads to injustice, inconvenience, and frustration for minority groups. And the last ethical issues of behavioral biometric is its efficiency. Biometric authentication can be viewed as a probability of how likely the user is the owner of the devices. This authentication can fail in one of two ways, which is produce a false negative, and the second one is produce a false positive. False negative is preventing someone who should rightfully have access to a system or service from accessing it, while false negative is someone who should not have access to the restricted task or information will wrongfully gain access to it. This could lead to impersonation or catastrophic breach of data.
Once you lose your iris or fingerprint data in a data leak, your identity can be spoofed. Behavior cannot be stolen. Digital fingerprints. Stay secure. Continuous authentication. The session authentication begins prior to login and continues right until the moment of logging out. Machine learning model per user maximizes the quality of service and provides scalability for millions of users. Ethical. Collected data is used only for the sake of security. We do not sell behavioral data to third parties nor use it for medical, marketing analysis. No personally identifiable information data required. It provides peace of mind for organizations that are aware of the data processing inside the cloud. Saves time. Easy and fast integration to your systems. Quick response time. We can scale to millions of concurrent users with delay as low as hundreds of milliseconds for most of the requests. Saves money. No additional hardware shipping costs. Plus, it's cheaper than any hardware token or smart card. Reduce training cost for both your employees and customers and amount of time your support channels have to deal with other SCA solutions, unlocking accounts, synchronizing tokens, or replacing faulty lost devices. Security and privacy by design of data are fundamental values in the digital era. Be secure just the way you are.
And the last one is 5G network. So what is 5G? 5G is the fifth generation mobile network that enables a new kind of network which is designed to connect everyone virtually and everything together, including machines, objects, and devices. While 5G availability is exciting, it brings new cybersecurity challenges that pose threats to the majority of IoT devices. This makes the expansion of IoT landscape a nightmare for cybersecurity experts who must figure out how to protect cell phones, security systems, vehicles, smart homes, and a variety of other devices from being breached, so it will be easier for hackers to try to profit from the proliferation of IoT data. Another ethical issue in 5G network is privacy, which they may contain and able to provide to third parties all the data that can violate an individual's right to privacy. 5G service providers will have extensive access to large amounts of data being sent by users. They could also decide to sell all the data to other service companies, such as advertisers, for the purpose of opening revenue streams. Hence, users' privacy could be manipulated and misused. Next, I will proceed with importance of technoethics. One of the importance of technoethics is to provide insights on ethical dimension of technological systems and practices for advancing a technological society. The second one is to view technology and ethics as socially embedded enterprises and focuses on discovering the ethical uses for technology. The third one is to protect against the misuse of technology. And the last one is to devise common principles for guiding new advances in technological development and application to benefit society.